2 words. Dead Smurfs. Hello, YouTube. Welcome back. I hope you're having a great day today. We're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to take a break from the Radiant Citadel, and we are going to get in our time machine, go back to the halcyon days of Internet 1.0. Yes, the early 2000s, to a site called Rpgnet. Yes, I know it still exists, but it is a pretty much a nightmare state in that particular message board right now. It is, if North Korea were a message board, it would be Rpgnet. It is a place where leftists and SJWs have taken over completely. There is no dissent allowed there. The moderators are like concentration camp guards. They will snuff out even the smallest bit of life. And forget about being right wing over there. Even the centrists have to hide in plain sight, as it were. They're all like those adults in that episode of The Twilight Zone where the little kid could wish him into the cornfield. So they have to tread lightly, or they will get thread banned, suspended, or just kicked off the boards, which happens daily over there. But it was not always like that. Rpgnet used to be a little different. I never really cared for it too much, but in its early days, it was actually a nice alternative site for role-playing game discussion. Eric Noah's boards, and then eventually EN World was the site for D&D talk. And Rpgnet was the site for pretty much that and every other game. So they could be a bit up their own ass about certain things, but there was some good discussion there. And back in the day, it was pretty well known for a series of threads that started out innocuously back in 2004 as who is the creepiest gamer you've ever gamed with? That's what we're going to look at today, just a post from that thread. So we're gonna do this crit crab style, but instead of a Reddit post, and as we all know, Reddit is full of retards these days who think that anybody who has a character who thinks orcs are evil by nature are actually racists in real life. This is back in the day when if they said you were creepy, you were probably creepy. So let's get into the story. So this, like I said, comes from 2004, and after a couple of posts in the thread, this fellow or young lady chimes in. Seriously, though, I have one story which I won't go into too much detail on because I've been trying to suppress it for years. This was back in high school, and we couldn't have been older than 14 or 15. I feel like Casey Kasem. The game was Advanced Dungeons & Dragons, 2nd edition, and our regular session hadn't worked out. Or someone hadn't shown up or something, so I suggest we run a comedy session. Ooh, that is always full of peril there. Based on an idea I'd read on the internet, I suggested they play a monster PCs attacking a Smurf village. I can't actually say why we thought this was funny, or what the fucking hell I was thinking at the time. I just know that I am damned for all eternity for what happened next. There was one guy in the group, let's call him Bob. Bob was a great guy, but a little unbalanced. He would never, ever swear. Instead of an expletive, he would substitute the word flip. So everything would be flipping this and flipping that. He would occasionally cover his ears when people swore. That is what I would call a red flag. He also had a bit of a temper. Of course, which he kept bottled up inside. When he was pissed off, he'd steal people's pencils and snap them in half. And before exams or something, he'd bring along like 10 pencils and snap them all. We all jokingly said that Bob would be voted most likely to become an axe murderer when he left high school. So the players all make up monster characters. We had a beholder, a centaur, and Bob made a hook horror. For those who don't know, a hook horror is a bug crab bird monster with hooks for hands. Halfway through the game, Bob started describing what his hook horror did to the little Smurf children in horrific detail. I should have stopped the game. Oh God, I should have stopped the game, but I didn't. The guy whose house we were playing at threw Bob out. So I was left alone with Bob in the front garden in the middle of the night, listening as Bob explained what his character was doing with hand movements and perfect clinical detail. We all made a vow never to speak of that night again. Well, there you go. Just one of the many amusing posts in that thread. And if you like it well enough, maybe we'll go through some of the others. But in the comments below, if you have your own story about something like that happened in-game, let me know. Other than that, we will let you go. Remember, hit that like button. It's important. Hit that subscribe button. That's even more important. And I hope you have a wonderful day. And we will catch you next time. Goodbye.